Stop! If you have old coins lying around, this video could change everything for you. Today, we're going to explore some amazing U.S. coins like the 1963 and 1964 Jefferson Nickels and the 1999 Connecticut Quarter, coins that may look ordinary but can be surprisingly valuable. We'll reveal their history, hidden details, and rare features that collectors are always looking for. So don't skip. Watch till the end, because one small detail could make your coin worth much more than you think. The 1999 Connecticut State Quarter is part of the famous 50 State Quarters program, which was one of the most successful coin programs in U.S. history. This coin represents the state of Connecticut, which became the fifth state to join the United States in 1788. Minted in 1999, this quarter carries deep historical meaning and symbolic design elements that connect modern America with its colonial past. On the obverse front, the coin features a familiar portrait of George Washington, along with the inscriptions United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and Quarter Dollar. The small D mint mark indicates that this particular coin was produced at the Denver Mint, which is known for producing billions of coins for circulation every year. The 1999 issue marked a turning point in coin collecting, as millions of Americans began checking their pocket change more carefully due to the excitement generated by the State Quarter series. On the reverse back of the coin, the design showcases the iconic charter oak, along with the inscription Connecticut, 1788, the charter oak, and E pluribus unum. The charter oak is one of the most important symbols in Connecticut's history. According to legend, in 1687, American colonists hid a royal charter inside this massive oak tree to prevent it from being confiscated by British authorities. This act became a powerful symbol of American independence and resistance long before the Revolutionary War. The image of the tree on the coin represents strength, freedom, and the spirit of self-governance. The design was created to honor Connecticut's role in shaping early American democracy, which is why the state is often called the Constitution State. From a numismatic perspective, the 1999 Connecticut Quarter is generally a common coin because it was produced in very large numbers. Over 650 million coins were minted at the Denver facility alone. However, its value can vary depending on condition and any unique minting errors. In circulated condition, the coin is typically worth its face value of 25 cents. But in uncirculated or mint state grades, especially those graded MS65 or higher, the coin can be worth a few dollars or more to collectors. Error coins, such as those with off-center strikes, die cracks, or double die features, can be significantly more valuable, sometimes reaching tens or even hundreds of dollars depending on rarity and demand. Collectors often search for coins with sharp details, strong luster, and minimal marks, as these characteristics greatly increase desirability in the coin market. The metal composition of this quarter is also worth noting. Like other modern U.S. quarters, it is made of a copper-nickel-clad composition, consisting of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. The coin weighs 5.67 grams and has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters. Although it does not contain any silver, unlike older quarters minted before 1965, it remains popular among collectors due to its historical theme and its place in the State Quarter series. The edge of the coin is reeded, which is a traditional feature designed to prevent counterfeiting and metal shaving. In terms of collecting strategy, the 1999 Connecticut Quarter is often one of the first coins new collectors add to their collection because it was among the earliest releases in the State Quarters program. Many collectors aim to complete a full set of all 50 state quarters, making this coin an essential piece of that journey. Coin albums and folders are specifically designed to hold each state quarter in order of release, and the Connecticut Quarter holds a special place as a fifth release of 1999. Its historical symbolism, combined with its accessibility, makes it both an educational and collectible item. The 1964 Jefferson Nickel is one of the most well-known and historically important coins in modern American numismatics. Issued by the United States during a time of major economic and social change, this coin carries the classic inscriptions United States of America, E pluribus unum, 5 cents, Liberty, and In God We Trust, all of which reflect the nation's identity, values, and unity. The year 1964 is especially significant because it marked the final year before major changes in U.S. coinage composition began to take effect for other denominations, making coins from this era particularly interesting to collectors. On the obverse front of the coin, you will find the detailed left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, one of the most influential founding fathers and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. His image has been a defining feature of the Jefferson Nickels series since it was first introduced in 1938, symbolizing knowledge, leadership, and American independence. The reverse back of the coin features the iconic image of Monticello, Jefferson's plantation home located in Virginia. This architectural design is both elegant and symbolic, representing not only Jefferson's personal life, but also his contributions to American architecture and philosophy. Above Monticello appears the inscription E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, emphasizing unity among the states, while below it reads 5 cents and United States of America. The design of Monticello on the nickel remained largely unchanged for decades, making it one of the most recognizable reverse designs in U.S. coinage history. The 1964 version still carries a traditional look before later design changes were introduced in the 2000s. From a production standpoint, the 1964 Jefferson nickel was minted in extremely large quantities due to a nationwide coin shortage at the time. The U.S. Mint produced over 2.8 billion nickels in 1964 alone across its facilities, including the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, and the Denver Mint, marked with a D. This massive mintage means that the coin is very common in circulated condition today. However, despite its abundance, it remains an essential piece of collectors completing a Jefferson Nickels series collection. Coins in average circulated condition are typically worth their face value, but uncirculated examples with strong luster and minimal contact marks can carry a premium, especially those graded MS65 or higher. The composition of the 1964 Jefferson nickel is another important feature. Unlike silver coins of the same era, this nickel is made from a durable alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a total weight of 5 grams and a diameter of 21.21 millimeters. This composition has remained consistent for most Jefferson nickels, except for the wartime issues, 1942 to 1945, which contain silver. The edge of the coin is plain, smooth, distinguishing it from reeded coins like quarters and dimes. Because of its sturdy composition, many 1964 nickels have survived in decent condition, making high-grade examples attainable but still desirable among collectors. Collectors often search for specific varieties and errors within the 1964 Jefferson Nickels series. One of the most notable is a 1964 SMS Special Mint Set nickel, which is extremely rare and features a unique satin-like finish, sharp strikes, and exceptional detail. These coins were not officially released for circulation and are highly sought after, often selling for thousands of dollars at auction depending on condition. Additionally, collectors look for common mint errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, and clip planches, all of which can significantly increase the coin's value. Full-step nickels, where the steps of Monticello are clearly visible and sharply defined, are also especially valuable, as they indicate a strong strike and excellent preservation. Historically, the 1964 Jefferson nickel represents a transitional period in U.S. coinage. While nickels did not undergo a composition change like dimes and quarters in 1965, the economic pressures and coin shortages of the early 1960s led to increased production and changes in minting practices. For example, the U.S. Mint temporarily removed mint marks from coins between 1965 and 1967 to discourage hoarding, making 1964 one of the last years where mint marks were consistently used before this policy change. This adds an extra layer of historical context to the 1964 nickel, linking it to broader monetary policies and public behavior during that time. The 1963 D. Jefferson nickel is an important and widely recognized piece of American coinage that reflects both the enduring design of the Jefferson Nickels series and the historical context of the early 1960s in the United States. This coin bears the inscription United States of America, E pluribus unum, and 5 cents on the reverse, while the obverse displays liberty, the year 1963, and the national motto In God We Trust. The presence of the small D mint mark signifies that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the primary coin-producing facilities in the country. During this time, The United States was experiencing economic growth along with increasing demand for coinage, which led to production of large quantities of nickels, including the 1963 D issue. On the obverse side of the coin, the left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson is prominently featured. Jefferson, a key founding father and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence, has been the face of the 5-cent coin since 1938. His image on the 1963 D nickel symbolizes American ideals such as liberty, intellectual leadership, and democratic governance. The word liberty appears to the right of his portrait, followed by the date, while in God we trust is inscribed along the left side of the coin. The design of Jefferson's portrait remained consistent for decades, making coins like the 1963 D nickel instantly recognizable to collectors and the general public alike. The reverse of the coin features the iconic image of Monticello, Jefferson's plantation home in Virginia. This detailed architectural depiction is accompanied by the inscription E pluribus unum above the building, meaning out of many, one, which emphasizes the unity of the United States. Below Monticello, the words 5 cents and United States of America complete the design. The Monticello reverse is one of the most enduring images in U.S. coinage, having remained largely unchanged for more than 6 decades. On well-struck 1963 D nickels, the fine details of Monticello, especially the steps leading up to the building, can be clearly seen, and coins exhibiting these full steps are highly prized by collectors. From a production standpoint, the 1963 D Jefferson nickel was minted in substantial numbers, with the Denver Mint producing hundreds of millions of coins that year. This high mintage means that the coin is very common in circulated condition and can still be found in pocket change or coin rolls today. However, despite its abundance, it remains an essential part of any Jefferson nickel collection. Collectors often seek out examples in uncirculated condition, where the coin retains its original mint luster, sharp strike, and minimal surface marks. Coins graded MS65 or higher are especially desirable and can command higher prices in the collector market. The coin is composed of a durable alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a total weight of 5 grams and a diameter of 21.21 millimeters. Unlike earlier U.S. coins that contained silver, the Jefferson nickel has maintained its copper-nickel composition for most of its history, except for the wartime issues of the 1940s. The edge of the coin is smooth, plain, which differentiates it from coins like quarters and dimes that have reeded edges. This composition has allowed many 1963 D nickels to survive in relatively good condition, even after decades of circulation. In terms of value, the 1963 D Jefferson nickel is generally worth its face value of 5 cents in circulated condition due to its high mintage and availability. However, in uncirculated grades, especially those with strong eye appeal and full steps detail, the value can increase significantly, often ranging from a few dollars to much higher depending on the grade and quality. Additionally, collectors actively search for error coins within this series. Errors such as double dies, die cracks, off-center strikes, and clip planches can make certain 1963 D nickels quite valuable. While major varieties are relatively rare, even minor errors can attract attention from numismatists. Historically, the 1963 D nickel represents a period just before major changes in U.S. coinage. The early 1960s saw a growing coin shortage, which would peak in 1964 and lead to significant changes in minting policies, including the temporary removal of mint marks from coins starting in 1965. As a result, the 1963 D nickel stands as one of the last issues before these changes took place, making it an interesting piece of collectors who study the evolution of U.S. currency.